Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 1. My name is Anita Maulina.
My name is Annisa Rahmasari.
My name is Caesara Nugrahghini.
Today we will explain about the story of curriculum. Let's start.
Let's start. The beginning of the curriculum was formed in 1947, which was given name Rencana Pembelajaran 1947. This curriculum continued the curriculum that had been used by Dutch, because at the time it was still on process struggling for independence of Indonesia. The main characteristic of this curriculum is more emphasis on formation of character education, nationalism, awareness, and society. This curriculum used the form leerplan in Dutch because it is more popular than curriculum in English. The 1947 program study was implemented in school in 1950. Some community mention the history of curriculum development beginning in the 1950 curriculum. The form contains two main points. The first is a list of subjects and teaching hours. The second, outline of teaching. Rencana Pembelajaran 1947 reduced the scientific knowledge in the cognitive sense. The priority is character education, national and society awareness, the subject matter connected with daily life, attention to the art and physical education. After Rencana Pembelajaran 1947, in 1952, Indonesia curriculum had improvement. This curriculum has led to a national education system whose name is Rencana Pembelajaran Terurai 1952. This curriculum has characteristic that every lesson plan must pay attention to the content of the lesson that are connected with daily life. The focus is on developing creativity and morals or Pancawardana. When the 1947 curriculum applied, there were no education laws as an operational basic. This occurred until 1949. After 1950, the educational law known as Undang-Undang No. 4 of 1950 can be completed. Furthermore, the law was passed in 1954 as Undang-Undang No. 12 of 1954. From there, educational law was announced for the first time, namely Undang-Undang No. 4 of 1950 and No. 12 of 1954. However, the law does not enforce the implementation of the 1947 curriculum, but for 1952. In other words, the 1952 curriculum is the first curriculum that has an operational legal basis. 1968 curriculum. 1968 curriculum is a renewal of 1964 curriculum. The change was the structure of educational curriculum from Pancawardana to fostering the soul of Pancasila, basic knowledge, and special skill. The 1968 curriculum is correlated the subject curriculum. Subject matter for the lower level has a correlation with the secondary school curriculum. The number of subjects are 9. Those are fostering the soul of Pancasila, religious education, citizenship education, Indonesian language, traditional language, physical education. For basic knowledge development, including basic mathematics, numeracy, science, art education, family welfare education, including health science. Special skill, including vocational agriculture, vocational engineering, and vocational management or service. Okay, those are my explanation. Okay, next is my friend's explanation. Where are you, Caca? Are you there? Caca!
So, after you heard the explanation from Caesara, thank you, Jay. I will continue the explanation with the history of curriculum 1975, 1984, and 1994. Stay tuned! In 1975, the Ministry of Education and Culture established the curriculum 1975 to substitute the curriculum 1968. Under the Ministerial Decree number 8D/U/1975 and 8E/U/1975, dated on 15 January 1975. This curriculum generally aimed at enhancing the quality of Indonesian national education, and specifically, this curriculum was objective-oriented in the sense that the teacher needed to know the student's objective in learning a certain item of knowledge, science, or skill. In this curriculum, using the approach procedure instructional system development lead to the achievement of specific goals, which can be measured and formulated in the form of students' behavior.
In practice, many adopt behavioral psychology with an emphasis on the stimulus and response exercise. The 1975 curriculum emphasized the goal, making the education more efficient and effective.
The curriculum 1975 focused on math lessons, Pancasila, and citizenships. In formulating specific instructional objective must arrive at the ability of students to do something after they learn of specific materials. Teachers are preoccupied with writing the details of what will be achieved from each learning activity. The next is curriculum 1984. By the year 1983, the curriculum 1975 is considered no longer compatible with the needs of community and the demands of science and technology. That's why in 1984, the government set a change of curriculum 1984 established to rectify the curriculum 1975.
The curriculum 1984 has characteristics as follows: A. Oriented to the instructional goals. B. The approach of teaching is based on students with students active learning system or cara belajar siswa aktif. C. The lesson material is packaged using spiral approach. D. Provide concept of science before exercises. E. The material is given based on the level of maturity or readiness of students.
By the year 1994, the curriculum 1968 was considered that it needed to be revised. The curriculum 1994 was established as the completion of curriculum 1984 with the Education Law 10 number 2 in 1989 about the national education system.
The 1994 curriculum also have its characteristic. Here are the characteristics of the 1994 curriculum. A. The distribution of stage of learning in school with a system of quarterly. B. Learning, more emphasis on school subject matter, is quite dense, oriented to the subject matter or content. C. Curriculum 1994 is populist, namely to impose a system of curriculum for all students throughout Indonesia. D. In the implementation of activities, teachers should select and use strategies that involve students actively in learning, both mentally, psychically, and socially. E. In teaching a subject should be tailored to the specific concept or subject and the development of students' thinking. F. Teaching of the concrete to abstract, from easy to difficult, and from the simple to the complex.
Suharto's regime resignation in 1998, followed by the presence of a supplement's curriculum change 1999 with more on adding some material. Due to the Autonomy Constitution in 1999, education is decentralized to the local, provincial, and district government. Okay, that's all about the history of curriculum 1975, 1984, and 1994. The next is curriculum 2006, popularly called as school-based curriculum. This will be explained by Anita Maulina. Thank you.
Okay, after you heard some explanation from Caca, thank you Caca. Now, I will explain to you about curriculum 2004, 2006, and 2013.
Curriculum 2004, as known as Competency-Based Curriculum or KBK, is no longer questioned in learning process. The learning process is visible in the area of authority of teachers, which is important to a certain extent. Learners achieve expected competencies. Someone must have competence in the area is reflected in the pattern of everyday behavior.
Competence have many aspects. There are knowledge, understanding, skill, values, interest, and attitude. By developing all of the aspects, students are expected to understanding and master and apply in everyday life material that has been learned.
Curriculum 2004 also has some superiority compared to Curriculum 1994. First is the role of the teacher and the students in learning process. Second, the number of class hours from 40 hours in a week to 32 hours in a week, but the number of subjects cannot be reduced. Third, skills learning method spawned process with active and creative learning method and CTL. Fourth, more assessment system focus on cognitive aspect, combining balanced assessment of cognitive, psychomotor, and affective with emphasis on classroom-based assessment. Fifth, competency-based curriculum has 4 components, namely curriculum and learning outcomes or KHP, classroom-based assessment or PKP, learning activities or KBM, and the management of school-based curriculum or PKBS.
Okay, Curriculum 2006, as known as Education Unit Level Curriculum or KTSP, is operational educational curriculum that delivered in Indonesian.
In principle, education unit level curriculum is an integral part of content standard, but the development is left to the school to fit the needs of the school itself. Education unit level curriculum is composed of unit level educational goals of education, curriculum structure and unit level of education, school calendars, and syllabus. The education unit level curriculum development principle according Permendiknas number 22 of 2006 are first, centered on the needs of learners and their environment. Curriculum development based on the principle that learners are central educational process in order to become a man-bearing, noble, knowledgeable, as well as citizen of a democratic country that needs to be adapted to the needs, requirements, and environments of the learners. Second, diverse and integrated. The curriculum was developed by taking into account the diversity of learners, local condition with no distinction of religion, race, culture, customs, as well as socio-economic status and gender. The curriculum shall include the substance of the charged component of the curriculum, local content, and the development of an integrated self. Third, responsive to the development of science, technology, and art. Curriculum developed on the awareness that science, technology, and art are growing dynamically. Fourth, relevant to the needs. Fifth, the curriculum was developed by taking into account the relevance of education to the needs of life and the world of work. 6. Comprehensive and continuous. The substance of the curriculum is planned and presented on an ongoing basis across all levels of education. 7. Lifelong learning. The curriculum is directed to the process of development, acculturation, and the empowerment of learners that lies in lifetime. 8. Balance between the interests of global, national, and local. Curriculum developed by taking into account the interests of the global, national, and local communities to build a life. Curriculum 2013. The main part of the curriculum in 2013 is not simplification and conceptual integrative effort.
Curriculum 2013 are ready to make new generation in the future. Curriculum 2013 is very structured, so it is the right way to anticipate the future development. The aims of Curriculum 2013 are encourage the learner to understand, to make observation, ask questioning, reasoning, and communicating.
Curriculum implementation in 2013 is part of the continuing development of competency-based curriculum, or Curriculum 2004 has been imitated with competencies.